Are you ready, guys?
Very ready. Yeah, it's definitely a real sensitive, really difficult topic, isn't it? Because prayers aren't answered always. Prayers up, but like they can be, as we saw, you know, as I talked about my testimony a couple of weeks ago. Like I got healed, it was incredible. But actually, there's another side to it which is really difficult to even chat about sometimes.
How do you think Christians feel when their prayers aren't answered?
For me personally, I would feel, oh, that sucks.
I feel like they don't get like massively disheartened because I feel like there's so many beliefs about God not being like, he's not going to grant you all your wishes.
If your prayer doesn't get answered, it's for a reason, I guess, I'd probably think.
Yeah, that is true. Everything happens for a reason because God has a plan for everyone. I think that's kind of the thing to go by.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I have type 1 diabetes. Essentially means my pancreas doesn't work, but there's a whole load of science behind it. And I've been in church for like a good couple of years now, and a lot of the time when I've gone for prayer, it may have been for like physical things like wanting some like an internship, or it could have been like mental things, just being like knackered all the time. A lot of the time I kind of get like pushed into situations where people are praying for my diabetes and I've not asked for it. And then like it's a lot of pressure to be under, because it's not like when you've hyperfer, like I'll test it out, like I can't just be like, hey mate, you working now. So it's quite a lot, and it sucks a little bit, but it's okay. And then also it's like,
is it okay? Are you alright with it? Is that okay?
I think it's hard setting boundaries with people, and I know they're doing it out of love. So I think as long as their intentions are in a good place, that's all that matters. Like they're not doing it like to be horrible, like haha.
Maybe not disappointing, but just like you might feel just a bit alone. If you're like, you know, you're out there and you're praying and you're doing your thing and it's not really coming back to you. If you're expecting an answer, then that can be just a bit demotivating.
Maybe they think it's not been answered for a reason. I don't think it would make them lose faith particularly.
Yeah, I don't know, everything happens for a reason, so maybe it just didn't happen because it's not the right thing, you know?
Yeah.
If they're not answered, it's just, you just have to move on, and there's always a reason for it. It's not a bad thing or a good thing, it's just, that's how it goes.
As you guys know, my dad is blind. He can see about 2% in pure daylight, but anything other than pure daylight is nothing. And that's kind of like lights and darks. I find it difficult to understand what he can see, but it's a disease called RP. So it meant he used to be able to see me when I was like a kid, but now he can't. And we've prayed for him many a times. We've had people have like special words for him and stuff like that, being like, you're going to be healed, and he hasn't been healed. And that's really difficult to know how to respond to that, what to think about that, how to approach God sometimes. But I think my dad is a vicar of a church and speaks in lots of different places and has connected with thousands of people like all over the UK and places around the world actually, and he's like, God has used him so much, and I think his blindness means that he can connect to people who sometimes don't feel seen. And even though I don't think that it's God's ideal plan, I don't know, it's hard to say. I don't think God wants him to be blind. God doesn't work like that, but I think God's using his blindness to do amazing things. And even though like he can't see, my dad has like incredible vision for things. Like he has an incredible imagination, is a great leader, and just does so many amazing things. And maybe he'd be too good if he could see as well. But it is difficult when you don't understand why, and you're like, surely he could do so much more and impact a lot more people if he could see, and it'll be easier for us as a family, for my mum, for us all.